Okay, Mom. What's up?
Hey.
How's everyone doing?
Well, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. That was her chai shot.
Guys, I honestly think, like, if you guys know someone that works at Tim Hortons and they would like to hook your girl up, because the amount of money that I've given to them is immense. They're in business because of me. They're in business because of me. I just want to throw that out there.
Your points are probably like through the roof.
I don't even collect points.
What are you talking about?
I swear to God, I don't.
Oh my goodness.
I can't. Honestly, it's because I always get the card and then I forget. I just forget.
Can you just download the app and collect your points? You get free coffees.
Okay, I'm gonna do it today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it today.
I'm gonna download it for you before you leave.
I'm gonna do it today, girl. I'm gonna do it today. Thank you.
Also, they have like really good deals on there sometimes.
Is it really?
Yeah, like you can get 2 iced coffees for $3. Yeah, or like the 6 donuts or whatever, like all these.
What?
Yeah, you need
Where
to use
have I
it.
been living?
Under a rock.
Oh my God. I'm so disappointed in myself. My God.
Well, it's okay.
We're gonna download it today.
We're downloading it. We're downloading this today. Then next time we're gonna ask you how many points you have.
I know.
Let's collect. Let's see in a week how many points Hina can get. How many times she's gone to Tim Hortons.
It's gonna be a journey, but it's gonna be. I know. I'll be the points champ. The points champ.
Yeah, you will be. You'll be like, I already had 3 free chais.
Yeah. I'll bring you one next time. But I did offer.
You did.
You just said no.
You did. I feel like I only like coffee. I'm a coffee drinker and I just don't want to have it at this time because I've had my 2 amazing cups in the morning. I'm good.
When do you drink your coffee?
It has to be, so one is at like 7 a.m. when my kids are awake and I'm dying. And then the second one is normally around either like 11, 12, between 11 and 1 in the afternoon.
So I don't drink coffee and I've tried so hard to like it.
Yeah.
Like you don't even understand how hard I've tried, okay guys? Because if I drink coffee, I'm like level 50 of like overexcited, bouncing off walls. Like I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't do it,
Yeah.
okay? So I drink my tea, but I have one in the morning and I have one in the evening. And the evening one is just like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to even hear like I don't want to hear nothing. Okay.
Because in the morning it's for survival.
Yeah.
But I get it. Your evening one is your comfort.
Yep, 100%.
So does it keep you awake?
You know what? It maybe like slightly.
Okay.
But I usually drink it at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So even if I am awake, and I usually am awake till about 11ish, I'm fine. And then I will go to sleep. I don't have an issue sleeping.
Okay.
I'm a Mirza. Mirza's like, in our family, we love to sleep. It just comes like this.
I get it.
Easy.
I get it. I was a huge sleeper before I became a mom.
I know, right?
And now these kids are out here waking me up at 5:45.
So exciting.
Sometimes I'm like, what do these kids eat? How do they have so much energy? And then I'm like, but wait, I'm feeding them.
No way.
I don't get it.
No, that is one of the things that I really struggled with.
Yeah.
The lack of sleep. Because it doesn't leave you for a long time. It
doesn't.
And like, you know how they say that like normally people need that like good 8, especially women, like we need more than that 8-hour stretch of time to be productive the next day. And you're literally surviving on like 4 hours, if even that.
Yep.
And it's like broken up. It's so messed up. It really messes you up.
So I was listening to a podcast where it was 2 men and they were talking about like sleep deprivation and they were like, we could never survive. And like, if I don't get good night's sleep and if I don't get a nap the next day and then a full night's sleep that night, it's like the worst thing ever. And I was like,
I'm playing you the world's smallest violin.
Right?
Okay?
Because seriously,
tell me how hard your struggles are and then come live our lives.
Yeah, because those newborn hour and a half. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody else. I'm sure somebody else has experienced it, but my kids, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Hina, every hour and a half.
Oh my God.
On the dot, and all 3 of them. I don't know what it was, but an hour and a half. So with Ibrahim, who's my oldest, he lost a significant amount of weight, so I had to actually time him and wake him up to feed him to get his weight back up.
Yeah.
Then that just became his clock. Like he was waking up every hour and a half. But my other 2 were the exact same. I never got a longer stretch than an hour and a half.
Okay, that is brutal.
And then luckily, like I would roll over and like my husband would take a few feet, so then I would get a 3-hour stretch. And when I got a 3-hour stretch, I woke up feeling like Superman.
Right? Oh my gosh, that used to happen to me. But you know what also happened to me? There was this time, like, because I would like breastfeed my kid, okay? And then it kind of changed to a point like I'm probably gonna get some heat for like, don't like co-sleep with your kids. Like, but I did, so deal with it. Okay, so There was a point where like I would literally lay my child beside me and I would just turn over and I would feed my child and I would be sleeping. And when you get to that phase, it's like you unlocked a new level of the game. Okay? New level is unlocked. You achieved some greatness. You collected all the rubies from the last level. Like I felt like I was like, me and my sister would be like, yo, have you gotten there yet? Have you gotten there yet?
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's when I knew that like life was about to change. No. It was going to get better.
I was gonna get some more sleep.
Can you believe these are the things that we look forward to as moms?
Yeah.
And then the men complain and you're just like, huh? What are you complaining about?
Have you seen the device that now women?
I seen it today. I just saw a video of it today.
So for context, there's a device that women have that they are putting around men's like abdomen area, and they start like cranking it up, and it stimulates pain, and it lets like the man know how many centimeters that they like a woman would be, and that's how much pain she would be having.
Or it'll like simulate like period cramps.
Oh, okay, so I've seen the birthing one. I haven't seen the period cramp one.
I think I've seen the birthing one too.
Okay.
But
so like I think they hit like I want to say the one that I saw they hit no actually one person like hit 6.
What?
And then but here's what men need to understand about this device, okay? You reach 6 centimeters and then it's too much for you and you take it off. Right. Then you've been 6 centimeters for like 30 seconds, a minute. We are in labor for hours.
Yeah, and attach the watermelon to your belly too.
Oh yeah, right? All of that. And then how, you know, when you get a contraction, your belly gets so stiff and uncomfortable, and maybe you have swollen feet, and maybe you have like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
I should get a device for my husband.
Every man needs to go through this, like every single one, just so they know what's popping before, you know, labor and delivery. And then also like they need to watch like postpartum videos.
Yeah, they do.
Just so they're not like, I don't even know what's happening. What's going on? Like total deer cunt headless. Why are you behaving this way? I don't understand. You're not yourself. No shit, Sherlock. You think I'm not myself? Oh, okay.
You unlocked a new level personally because now you are a mom.
Yeah.
I think this is the thing. Like we were never moms before.
Yeah.
But now you have a kid and now you're a mom.
Yeah.
So of course I'm not myself.
Yeah.
I'm not who I was before.
Yeah. But I also feel like, you know, like there's a lack of understanding with that because they are still like their own selves. Like they didn't have to carry a child for however many months and go through that process and have that bond with that child that like only a mother will have.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. And I think that like, as much as they're a part of that child's life, it is so wildly and vastly different that they can never even fathom what it is. Because as a mom, not only are you responsible for this child, which 100% like so is the father of the child, right? But you have officially lost your independence. Goodbye. You have lost that person you were. She's gone. She's not coming back. And I think losing that is one of the hardest things. Especially, I would say like it's hard for anyone, but I think for us it was hard because we are a very independent generation where like we work and we have all these like we have social lives and we have like friends and we've done so many of these things before, and now it's just like, no, like now you're a mom and that's your new identity. Here you go. Enjoy.
Yep.
And the guys don't have to go through that.
No, they don't.
It's just a completely different world.
And they take a small leave in the beginning and they kind of help out when they could, but then they have to go back to work or they have to go back and then they still get their lunch breaks they still can warm their lunch and go walk out to like a coffee shop and get a coffee or whatever it is. They get that back. Yeah. But we won't. And you maybe will after your maternity leave is over. Yeah. But even then you have a set of anxieties that you have now taken in. Yeah. Mom anxieties that even if you do go back to work and you are now back to a bit of your regular life, I'm putting it in air quotes because who knows what that looks like now. Yeah. You are now worried about like, okay, do you have your kid in childcare? Yeah. Is your kid okay? Yeah. Like you're worried about so many things. Your kid is now sick. Who takes the day off? Right? Who takes the day off when your kid is sick? 100%. Who is the sole person that takes them to doctor's appointments? Yeah. Who's been there for all of those shots and for all of the vaccinations? And who does that?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and yes, there are certain circumstances where it's not always the mom, or like
Yeah.
maybe the mom is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
in the picture, so
Yeah.
the dad is taking on the role, and that's great.
That's amazing, yeah.
And that then dads, you understand exactly what I'm
Those
talking about.
dads I can say understand, but I would say the vast majority, and like I'm gonna throw this out there, the Desi dads, okay? I'm gonna say it to you guys. Like, and I don't say that you're bad dads. You're not. You're great dads. But I just think that there is so much pressure on women in our community to be these like prim, proper, perfect moms. And then the dad, he can do the bare minimum, and like the, you know, our moms and like the older generation is just like, wow, today he changed a diaper and that is amazing. And
Yep.
kudos to him, because normally men shouldn't change diapers. And I'm just like that's his kid. It's 50% his. So like, yeah, he should change the diaper. And I just think like we need to like stop with that, because moms need help. Like, we cannot do it on our own. It is impossible, especially if we're doing everything else too. Like, we're working, we're taking care of the kids, we're cleaning the house, we're making the food, we're making sure everything works. To be very honest, like, a lot of the times I think of it as like, the man might work the 9 to 5 while you're at home with the kids. But truthfully speaking, our job is the equivalent of working like 4 9 to 5 jobs in a day.
It is.
Because you imagine the mental toll it takes to deal with kids 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then on top of that, you have to do the cooking, the cleaning, the organizing, because you know it all falls on us. You know what I mean? Like, all the school stuff, like lunches, or like there's an event coming up, it's all on the mom. Majority of the time it's on us. But the lack of like any sort of, you know, like positive reinforcement from other people, especially like the older generation in our community, it's so sad.
It is
It's
really
so
sad.
sad.
I understand
It
that.
sucks.
I feel like a lot of people will like, you know, it'll be something simple like, I took all of the kids to my mom's house for a year.
Yeah.
And I'm solo there, and my mom is helping out where she can, but it all kind of falls on me, even though I'm at her house and I'm doing all of these things.
Yeah.
And then I'm packing up the car, putting all the kids in the car, and I drive to our home, and my husband is on the driveway. So he was at work,
Yeah.
comes home, he has time to himself to recoup before, so he's not coming home to like a chaotic home with kids
Yeah.
running and all of these things. And like dinner is already ready, and he comes home and he's on the driveway.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I'm gonna know that everyone is gonna be like, oh my God, look, your husband is like already waiting for you to help out. Like, he just knew you were coming and you needed a helping hand. Right. But he knew that because he knew that there was just chaos before that. And he
Right.
wasn't there for that. So obviously
Right.
he has to try and be here for this time.
Yeah, totally.
Right? And it can't always fall on the moms all the time.
But it does.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
Our plates are so full all
Yeah.
the time. And there's just a point where I think it's really important to have an open conversation about certain roles that need to take place in the home,
Yeah, for sure.
you know? And like, yes, a dad changed a diaper, and that's great. Thank you for helping out. Or yes, maybe,
Yeah.
you know, somebody did a night feed, and that's great. Thank you for helping out. But that's one. Count the number of diapers you change in the day. Count the number of night feeds there are.
5,360
Thank you.
per
Okay?
day.
Per day. And you did one?
Yeah.
That's what I'm applauding you for.
Exactly.
But I do the rest, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, but why are there still dishes in the sink?
Yeah, exactly.
Why? What do you mean we can't have people over? What do you mean there's no food in the house?
Oh my gosh, 100%. You know what really triggers me though? It's like when you are like lugging all your kids to like a family member's house, okay? And you're like taking them, you got like your diaper bag, you got your, you know, your 2 kids or whatever, and you take them over. Like, even sometimes you go to your mom's house. I don't know if your mom's like this, but my mom is like, she's very like hospitable. And so like, you know, you're taking your kids over and you're like there and you're like, you're losing your freaking mind. Okay, let's be real. And then all of a sudden, you know, the guy walks in.
Yeah.
And then your mom's just like, oh my gosh, okay, I gotta feed him. He has to eat. Like, you know, has he eaten anything? Make sure he eats. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm not hungry at all. Like, we're good.
Yeah.
You know, and she does care about me. It's not that she doesn't, but I think like a lot of moms in that older generation are very much like, serve the guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He has worked so hard. But I'm like, absolutely not. Like,
I worked harder.
I've been working hard.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that whole dynamic needs to shift a little bit more, because it's so hard to be a mom. So hard to be a mom. Like, the standards that you have to achieve is impossible to achieve. You can't even get to that level. Like, it's too impossible.
Yep.
But like, you don't get the credit for it.
No.
The men get so much credit. Oh my God, look at the dad at the grocery. He has 2 kids and he took them to the grocery store. Wow, best dad ever. He must put all the effort in at home. You're so lucky. You're so lucky. You're so lucky to have such a great...
But how come I don't feel lucky?
Right?
And how come he's only going to the grocery store but not helping out at home?
Right. And this is not to take away from the dads that do help. 100%. I feel like there has been a shift, and there are a lot of great dads that are very helpful and they do a lot for their kids. But I do think that like in our Desi community, that's like a big thing.
It is a big thing.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I also just feel like that whole son-in-law concept, like, yeah, honestly, and like my husband always says it as a joke now, but it's like the running joke in the family. Like, he's like, oh, when I walk in the house, everybody drops everything for me.
That's so valid.
And I start laughing, and he laughs at it too, and we always make it a running joke. But honestly, behind the joke is a little bit of the truth. Like, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
He walks into my mom's house, the fresh aloo ke parathe, chutney, Shazan mango juice.
Girl, Shazan is life. Okay, no, but for real.
But you know what? It has to be for Farhan. It has to be in the bottle, not in the juice box.
We don't drink in boxes. We're not
It's gotta be in the bottle.
No.
But do you think my mom asks me if I want a Shazan mango juice?
Never.
No, she does not. Okay.
And that's all our moms though.
That is.
Like, the son-in-laws are like king level.
Yes.
You walk in, like, my mom is like, there is food, like, you are having royal dinner, okay? Like, there's not one thing. There's like 5.
Yep.
We got a salad. We got like the raita going on. You know, what's his favorite thing to eat? And I'm like, how come I don't get free life?
You know what we get? We get our kids leftovers that they don't
Okay,
finish.
but it's also, like, I also think of that as like on the flip side of it. Like, when you're married into someone's family, like, do you feel like daughter-in-laws get treated like that?
No.
I don't think so either. Like,
I might get some heat for this too.
But like,
but
I think in general, like, it doesn't even have to be a personal thing that we're talking about our own lives. But I would say even the people that we know, like any of the people that I know, I've never heard of that type of behavior from them.
Yeah.
So like, it would be nice to see that on both sides.
Yeah.
Because I think if anything, it makes you feel more loved and you want to do more.
Yeah.
Because I think girls in general, especially in our like in our culture, we are such big givers.
Yes.
We give everything, and we've been like raised to be that way.
Yep.
To be the type of people that are like so self-sacrificing.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you give us even the smallest thing, like, we'll give you everything.
Yes.
You know. But
I also just feel like in-laws, it's tricky because even after becoming a mom, I know I can go to my mom's house and still be completely relaxed and like, you know, maybe I'm a bit moody or maybe I'm upset because I didn't sleep the night before or whatever the case may be, or I've been dealing with tantrums on the drive there.
Yeah.
But I always find that if I'm going to my in-laws house, like, I can't do that.
You gotta
shift.
shift
You
your
have to
mindset.
shift it.
Yeah.
And that always makes me feel like, you know, you can never always be 100% yourself.
Yeah.
Because you feel like it's either the judgment, or you feel like, oh, I can't be that way, it's my in-laws home, or like I can't go without makeup, or like I have to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
There's always these like unspoken rules that you kind of have to
unrealistic
follow.
expectations, I would say.
Yeah. And I feel like that's another thing that, like, if we talk about postpartum journey, that's another thing that falls on a lot of like Desi new moms.
Yeah.
Is that you also have to still uphold those unspoken standards, which can be so hard when you honestly are running on like 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And you're exhausted and your kid has been crying all night and your kid doesn't go.
Yeah.
You know, there have been times where I've gone to other people's homes and like my kids just don't go to anyone.
Yeah.
And even as a baby, like as a newborn, I couldn't even sit, like everybody is enjoying and eating and laughing and I'm upstairs by myself in somebody's bedroom.
Oh my gosh.
All alone.
That brings me back so many memories.
Right? And you understand because you're literally, and all you hear is like muffled like gatherings and just everybody's like laughing and having a good time and it's so lively down there. And you're upstairs being like, baby's here crying and you're just like shaking the baby and you're just like, why am I even here?
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Just go to sleep.
Yeah. Or I don't even like say go to sleep to the baby. I'm just like, why did I even come here?
Yeah. That used to happen to me a lot.
Right?
A lot. And I feel like it was just like what you said, it's very lonely. You feel very out of place. And it gave me a lot of anxiety to like leave my house.
Yes.
Because as soon as I knew I was leaving that place, it was immediately like calm.
Yes.
I'm going home. I'm going to like my setting where like I know I have everything.
Yep.
So now I'm like the type where it's like, if I know my friends are coming over and they have kids, for me, it's like, yo, take everything out that I have for a newborn. So like if I have like a newborn swing, if I have like a crib or a sound machine or like diapers and all that stuff, I'm like, just take it out, because you want them to feel like, yo, this is your house.
Yes.
Like feel comfortable at my house. Like I know how it is. We know how it is. To be honest, I feel like all of us friends are very much.
Yes, I agree.
I've always appreciated that.
Yeah.
That like it actually does feel comforting, and everyone knows how it is.
Yeah.
But it's sad because sometimes you go places and like other people have gone through those things and you just don't feel that level of comfort.
You still don't.
It's not even necessarily in-laws. It's even like other people.
Yep.
Right? It's even restaurants that don't have diaper change rooms. Like, what in the world?
I went to a restaurant recently. I want to name drop them so bad because
Maybe
I was
you should.
so upset
Maybe
at
you
this
should.
experience. We go into the restaurant and I have to change my son's diaper. There's no change table. And guys, this broke my heart. I was changing him on the floor of the bathroom.
I've been there. It's the worst.
And I was like, are you kidding? And my blood is just boiling. And this is supposed to be a family-friendly restaurant. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. And my poor son he's just like la-di-da, just like lying on the hard floor. And my heart is breaking for him. And I'm feeling bad too. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like a terrible mother. Like, why am I having to do this to him? And da-da-da-da. But
it's sad because it's not your fault. Like that should be something that should be mandatory in all restaurants, because like what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like where are you supposed to change your kid?
Story time. I had another friend share a story with me where she went to a restaurant and she went with her family and she has a daughter, so they went and they requested a high chair.
Yeah.
So they brought a high chair over to their table. Everybody sat down. You know, it's all good. They're about to order. And all of a sudden the restaurant manager comes up and says, hey, I'm so sorry, but we need the high chair back. And she's like, what? And she's like, yeah, actually that family over there, they came before you and they need the high chair.
Stop this.
So can we have it back? And she was like, I'm not giving you the high chair back. And she was like, they got into an actual argument about the high chairs in the restaurant. And I was like, what kind of management is going to come and take a high chair away from a baby that's already sitting in it?
What kind of management only has one high chair?
I think they probably had a few more, but that was like one of the last ones or whatever.
What in the world?
And like the audacity to come back and ask her
That
for
is so rude. I would walk out.
Yeah.
No, I would eat and then I would walk out.
I think that's what they ended up doing. They sat there the whole time. They didn't give
Good
the high
for
chair.
them.
They ate, aram se, they did their thing, and then they left. But they
That
were
is
like,
so
never
out of
again.
pocket. I would never be okay with that.
Yeah.
That would boil my blood.
And that's the thing. So there are places where, which is why I think a lot of the mom anxiety stems from when you just feel like there's no point in going out or taking my kid out because you have experiences like this.
Yeah, exactly. And I think every mom has had those experiences.
Yes.
Even though I think there's some moms that like they're champs and they handle it well, but I also feel like it's also scary to feed your kid outside, like when you have to like breastfeed your child and you're wearing like a thing and then it's like boiling hot and you're sitting there like, okay, like my arms are hurting, I'm trying to feed you from this side and then it's just so tricky. Or even like formula, sometimes you're just like, you know, like making the formula, sitting there. It's just like so tricky and hard. And you just want to be in the comfort of your home because you feel so like different. You know, it's funny that we're talking about this because there was this one time that my sister and we went to Square One. Okay. She's sitting there and she's feeding her son and I was sitting beside her and this man, oh my God, I was just like, let's go. I'm ready to throw hands. Okay. So this man walks by her and she's feeding him and she has like, you know, like the covers. Yeah. She's a cover on and he's just like, that's so disgusting. Like, why would you even do that here? He's like a grown-ass man. And I'm like, what do you think your mama did? Like, truly. Like, girl, how do you think she fed you?
That's fight talk.
It was just like, I got up and I was like, what did he say? I literally got up and I was like, what did he say? And I looked at my sister and she was just like, oh, I think he said. And I was just like, and I gave this man the dirtiest look. Yeah. I was walking away and I was just like, oh, hell no. Because in my mind, I'm like, how dare you? Do you even know how hard it is for a mom to like be vulnerable and do that in public? But she is so desperate because she knows she has to feed her kid and the timings have to work and the child needs to go to sleep at a certain time and like the millions of thoughts that go through your head. Right. And you feel like you can just say whatever the hell you want to say. Yep. Crazy talk.
That's crazy. Yeah, I feel like feeding, and you know, I've also had friends who have given their kids formula and sometimes when you go out, your kid is so overstimulated that they don't drink it.
Yes.
And then the damn thing expires after an hour, so you can't even give it back to your kid. And now you're like, now what do? I gotta make another one.
And formula is expensive as hell.
Oh my goodness.
Shit.
I understand. I feel like there's a lot of reasons why a lot of women just don't go out.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, we get it. We've been there. I've changed diapers in back seats, trunks of cars, front seats.
Yes.
Like, you name it.
I know.
We've done it.
I feel like all of us have had, remember, I don't know if you remember, we were all at my sister's house one time and we were all talking about like how hard it's been and like, we were struggling and like, I feel like I was just losing my mind and I was sitting there like bawling my eyes out like, it's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I look back at that and I'm just like, it's very hard. People don't talk about it enough. No one told us this.
Yeah.
It's a brand new like thing for all of us. And like, it was really, really tough to like go through something like this without having that knowledge and without feeling like so freaking lonely. Because even when we all had kids, we were still in different stages. So like one's a newborn, one is like 3 months, one is 6 months, one's a toddler. It's very, very hard to not feel like isolated from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
How do you expect to feel like yourself? And that's why I feel like people need to be a lot more compassionate to moms.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you, like when you grow older, right? Everyone's like, we love our mom, like respect your mothers, especially when the guys say like, respect your mother, and I'm just like, bro, respect your wife. Like honestly, straight up. I'm like, respect your wife.
Yeah.
Because your wife is doing the same things. And like, if you want that, you know, if you feel like you can say that stuff, like, oh, respect your mom, which 100% you should have that same level for your wife, if not more, because that's your child. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%. I agree.
I could talk about this for the rest of my life, honestly.
Girl, I get it. But you guys share some of your postpartum journeys with us. We'd love to hear about it. And like, did you guys do anything to help when you went out? Like maybe there are some strategies out there that I wish I knew.
I know.
I wish I just knew some things a little bit better so that maybe going out wasn't such a struggle.
Yeah.
Right? But if you guys have any, we'd love for you to share.
And I feel like a lot of other moms that are watching would love to get tips. Because there's things that like I don't know and I learned those things now and I'm not having any more kids. So it would be helpful for anyone that's planning to become a mom or, you know, is about to be a mom any day now or whatever it may be, or you're postpartum right now. So send us those tippy tips.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
See you later.
Bye.